Hello, my name is Andre, and together we will probe imaginaries of eco-relationality amid the turbulent times we live. Extreme weather events, species extinction, increased pollution, and a warming planet, along wars and refuge, testify to multiple crises. Humanity has become a geological force altering planetary conditions, whilst notions of a universal abstract human have been challenged by the geohistorical formation of ecologies of power, capital, and nature. This contribution attends to the connectedness of multiple crises and the complexity needed to address them by probing their marks, the etchings of the meta-crisis. The mindset of modernity and enlightenment and the transhistorical continuity of its violences, such as colonialism, imperialism, capitalism, industrialism, scientism, speciesism, are problematized in their relationality with meta-crisis and at the intersections of climate change and education. The orientation and ethos of inquiry transcend technoscientific and economist approaches. Transoceanic thinking and Edward Gleason's notion of whirling encounters along an affective approach to archives inspired by Astrida Neymanis and Lydia Caprera are mobilized. Archives of intimacy and feeling honor pre-modern ways of life through artifacts, objects, sites. The intimate relationality of peoples and land is animated without downplaying violences, and a pedagogy for beyond the meta-crisis is unfolded in an effort to problematize and inspire. Modernity's assumptions of objectivity and mastery form part of violences and shape the meta-crisis. Modernity's meta-theories and modern science focus, as well as economic powers, are inextricably linked with the disenchantment of the world, the extirpation of animism, and the discernment of meaningful connection. Peoples and nature have been thinkified, othered, reduced, commodified. Settler colonialism transformed ecosystems, whereas psychocultural blocking formed through industrialization. The dominance of man as a bioeconomic subject ruling all and of anthropos as the exceptional of all species highlights the excess at the heart of the vision of the world as resource and the desire to destroy everything. The mindset of development and extraction lies at the heart of climate change and problematizes human-centric political and justice thinking. Depoliticized and techno-economy spaces that erase violences are being countered by ethico-political approaches. From the commodification of the planet and the colonization of fertility to the unbearable heaviness of climate change, to consumerism in its relation with the carbon sink appropriation and the overarching collective exhaustion, such scholarship problematizes humanity as exclusionary and privileged. Enlightenment's mindset of progress is unfolded in multiple and interconnected crises. Education has become the machine of learning. Domestication, standardization, and datafication are based on the reproduction of the model of the fittest who is to survive. The etchings of the meta-crisis at the intersections of climate change and education stress the waning faith to modernity. An education beyond an outcomes-based and market-driven mindset and beyond objects of study can be mobilized by probing intergenerational relationalities and subjectivities. Whirling encounters suggest a wandering and encountering systems of violence, domination, and control. Affective archives transcend archives as data and instead highlight the intensities of affect. An approach that takes seriously and respectfully a correlation of spirituality and an ethics and politics of interdependence is evoked through a form of historical storytelling, a wandering through archives of feeling and affective intimacy. Such an approach is queried in Southeast Mediterranean in its plurality and connection with the planetary, Mediterraneans. A wandering in the Neolithic settlement of Hierokitia, querying ways of living intimately connected with land and an ethos of subsistence honoring seasonal abundance and cyclical time, encounters the modern industrial world and the way coal was utilized for imperial expansion, turning fossil fuels into a major force in climate change. A pedagogy for beyond the metacrisis unfolds, stressing the embodied and embedded, the poetic and philosophical. Such pedagogy may combine walking with psychogeography and visual pedagogy, as well as a combination of ethnographic, anthropological, and archaeological elements. This is a process that animates rhizomatic connections and their transformational potentials, inviting you to problematize grand theories and dominant modes and imagine possibilities, reminding us that we live the very same world we are trying to learn about from a distance through dominant modes of education. Thank you.